Welcome to the Retail Tea Break. Each week, I'll be joined by industry experts, retailers, and product creators to decode the myths, share knowledge, and give you a better insight into the industry. My aim, as always, is to empower retailers and product creators to reach their potential. So, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and listen in. My name is Melissa Moore, and this is the Retail Tea Break. Today, I am joined by an industry expert in her own right, but also one half of the epic brand, Ella & Joe. I'm so excited to have Charlene Flanagan with me today to talk about her customer, why she is so important to the brand, and also more specifically to talk about the amazing unboxing experience that Ella & Joe provides you with. Charlene, you're so good to join me today. How are you?
I am great. I'm great. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm good. I'm thrilled to bits that we can actually chat about kind of unboxing on the Retail Tea Break, because you know as well as I do that, and I'm going to wave the postcard that I still have from your unboxing experience. I use you as a case study all the time when I'm talking to clients, when I'm talking to product makers, because to me, what Ella & Joe does is it's the best unboxing experience, because for me, you really, really understand your customer. But I suppose before we get into any of that, for the time it takes to boil a kettle, which is about 2 minutes, tell me a bit about you and the brand.
I bet you don't have your 2 chocolates in your tea bag left, though, do you? I hope not.
No, but I have a cup of tea, but I did enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? That's the best thing. I love the fact that you buy something from Ella & Joe, and not only do you get the product, you get a free cup of tea and a couple of chocolates.
Yes, absolutely. You get the moment for you. So yeah, thank you so much for that really lovely introduction. I still blush every time people introduce me, because people have a different way that they describe you, but it's always so lovely. Yeah, so hello everybody, and thank you so much to Melissa for having me. So just as Melissa explained, I'm one half of Ella & Joe Cosmetics. So I'll show you I have a little cup of tea here myself. This is our logo. So Ella & Joe is an award-winning Irish skincare brand, and it's owned by myself, Charlene, who is a makeup artist by trade and by profession, and my business partner, Niamh Ryan, who is a skin therapist by profession. And we basically put both of our beauty expert heads together, and we came up with Ella & Joe Cosmetics. And what we basically are is a skincare brand that obviously offers women their daily essential skincare range. And what that means, aside from we all know that we have to do our skincare in the morning and skincare in the evening and and you need to know about new ingredients and whatever. We're about creating experiences for women that we want them to be running to their bathroom sink or to their vanity table to do their skincare in the morning and in the evening. We wanted to bring fun and excitement to skincare routines, and we do that through all elements of even just everything from the hot pink packaging to the smells, the textures, the after feeling. Everything about Ella & Joe is all about making women feel great about themselves, and ultimately as well taking time for yourself, because I think as women, yes, skincare is one of those things that we're told that we're supposed to do, but you have to fit it into your busy day. And unless it's something that really truly brings you joy, or that you really have to do it, you're less likely to do it. So everything behind the products that Ella & Joe create is about creating experiences, and those experiences have to be fun. And we have 4 core skincare products in the range currently at the moment. And we have a range of skincare accessories, and we have lots more to come. We've 2 more launching by the end of the year, and then we hope to finalize the entire range by next year. So it's been very, very busy, and it's been an absolutely wonderful journey so far. And yeah, that's kind of our story. Well, in a nutshell.
In a mini nutshell. I love that. And I love the power behind the brand, in the fact that the two of you are phenomenal as entrepreneurs, but you also really understand, as you keep saying, this experience that your customer is on. It's not about, I suppose, the old school way of grabbing a flannel and washing your face. There's so much more to it. But actually, even if you only have 2 minutes, everything you do is about the customer experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And all our products as well, just to even come back to the time saving point of view, all our products are multi-purpose or multifunctional. So it's, you know, giving you 2-in-1 almost, so that it's allowing you to not have to allocate lots of time to your skincare routines, because that's not reality for most of us, regardless if you have children or not. We're all busy in our daily lives, and unless you really have to do things, or as I said earlier, unless you really enjoy doing things, you're probably not going to make the time for it unless you can really feel the benefit from it. It's like when you go out for a walk, you never regret it because you always feel better afterwards. So we want to do that through skincare as well. It's like we always say, like our serum, we say it's like your little personal trainer for your face because it works so hard without you even having to do anything. But yeah, it's like you always feel better afterwards. So we want you to feel that excitement every time. And when we launched the cleansing balm, that really came to the forefront. That was the words that we were hearing. People were like, I couldn't wait to get to the sink in the evening time to cleanse my skin, you know, and that just was amazing for us as a brand, that the messaging and everything that we were about when we designed the products, because we formulate everything ourselves, everything from the texture to the ingredients to the packaging, it's all done in-house by myself and Neve. We just don't actually physically make the product. We have labs to do that for us. But yeah, everything is about the experience and making Megan, who is our ideal customer, making her feel really good about herself. And that's our goal.
I love the fact you've just mentioned her there, because I know I've heard about this before. Tell me about Megan, because it doesn't matter whether I'm on your social media or I'm seeing the engagement that your customers are having with each other, not even with you, about your brand. I know that your ideal customer is a woman. As you say, she loves the hot pink. She doesn't have time. You've talked about family there. Who is she? Because you seem like you know her inside out and back to front.
Yeah, well, Megan essentially is kind of myself and Neve. We are just, yeah, so Megan is in a nutshell. So even just for people who want to maybe go into this customer discovery process, this was a big this was a big task for myself and Neve that we did. And it was thanks to the Empower Her program that this actually started. And Megan is at the core of everything that we do. So everything that we put out there, like as you mentioned, social media, website, products, descriptions, lives, you know, every single piece of content that we put out there, it's all about her. So how we found out about Megan was, obviously in the beginning, we're both very lucky that we're in the industries. So we talk and deal with Megan on the daily. So me as a makeup artist, Neve as a skin therapist. So we were constantly hearing the same things, the same skin conditions, the same complaints or the same excuses kind of over and over and over again. So it's about finding, you know, Megan and finding her pain and like, how can you help that? How can you make her feel better? How can you solve this pain? So she is a busy mom of 2 kids. She works full time and she loves the glam life, but she doesn't really have a lot of time to do that for herself. So everything that she does, she orders online. If she does go in store, she really relies on the professional advice of either her beauty therapist or her pharmacy, the girls that work in her local pharmacy. She makes quick decisions because, again, like that, it comes back to not having time. And she knows the pains that she has, but she isn't aware of like all the skin lingo and stuff like that. But she does like the glam life. She loves to get dressed up on occasion. She likes to look after herself. She follows influencers on social media and she watches them online. And yeah, she does like spoiling herself. So yeah, that's Megan kind of in a nutshell. She loves reading her Stellar magazine. She loves her cups of tea, you know, all those little things. So yeah, we know her inside and out, and how we figured that out was through a variety of different things. It was from actually physically talking to our customers that we had. If you're somebody that's starting out in business, obviously if that's not easy enough, we found SurveyMonkey was absolutely brilliant. We put out a survey to 5 different influencers around the country. So this was like a hidden survey. It wasn't coming from Ella and Joe, so there was no unbiased information. And we wanted we asked those influencers that had who we thought our demographic was in our head. We would have shared similar demographics. We asked them to put the survey out there to their followers, and we got over 2,200 responses. And that was over 2 years ago, maybe we got that information, and we still use that information to this day because it's still relevant. So We wanted to know what these women did in their spare time. We wanted to know what skincare routines they currently had, what they used, what brands they used, why they use it. So it's really, really interesting. And it's definitely, as a product or a service-based business, it's one of the best exercises. It's painstaking. It's like pulling teeth. It's like, oh my God, because you've got so much data and information. But when you have it narrowed down, oh my God, just you could hand your customer profile to any external source, or anybody new from an employee point of view that comes into your company. It's like, here is our customer. This is how you talk to her, and this is what she wants. This is what she needs. And yeah, that's ultimately when we hit a brick wall. Sometimes, even when we're developing products or trying to come up with ideas, we just sit right back and go, right, what does Megan want? You know, and it just brings us right back to everything. So yeah, it was definitely one of the best exercises that we've ever done as a business.
I have to say, I think an awful lot of people listening will be really shocked about the level of detail you go into, the intricacies of everything you know about Megan. It sounds like an awful lot of hard work. It sounds, as you say, you know, that's the dull bit of the job. I'm sure a lot of people just
No,
think it's
I found
quite.
it really fun. I'm such an inside geek that I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, for somebody that's not into like the marketing or not into the insights, yes, it could be absolutely painstaking for people. But I'm such a nerd. I love the insights, so I absolutely
But it
love it.
sounds like it's so like it's time consuming, and it really is a matter of you have to go out there and put yourself out there and do the research, ask your customers or your potential customers. But my goodness, the value you've had back from knowing, and you really genuinely do know who Megan is, the value you've had back is just it sounds like it's hit every single aspect of your business moving
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. So as I said, like everything comes back to Megan in the end. So whether it's taking out an ad in a magazine, you know, you can be, I remember Declan in Empower Her, one of the very first lines that he said, and this was me at the very start of Empower Her, I was a magpie always chasing the shiny thing. So it was always like running to the next thing, or a certain magazine or publication might approach you and say, you know, we want to offer you, you know, can you pay for this ad, or, you know, whatever it might be. And you'd be saying, yeah, oh my God, this is amazing. And, you know, you'd see these opportunities. And, you know, we definitely had a massive business opportunity that we actually turned down. And it actually came back to Megan. You probably remember this, Melissa, where a really large Irish firm approached us and wanted to stock our products. And initially in the beginning, we agreed because we were the magpie and we saw the shiny things and we thought, oh my God, yes, this is okay. And on reflection, then when we sat down and we thought about Megan, we were like, that's not where she is. And it was just because it seemed like such a big opportunity. And that was a big thing for us as a business to say no to, from a financial point of view, but from a branding point of view, it was never going to work. And yeah, so definitely Megan helps us to make some decisions. She doesn't know it, but she's there somewhere and she helps us to make a lot of our decisions. And so yeah, she is definitely the core of our brand.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. But I think you're so set on who Megan is. She is an absolute pillar stone to your business. And I think for people listening, if whether they're makers or whether they're retailers, knowing and being 100% sure of who your customer is sounds like it really grounds you. So when things might go wrong or opportunities come up that aren't right, and let's face it, that was a phenomenal opportunity. But you know what? Had you done it, you may have regretted it. And I think, as you say, it may not have served your customer. So
Yeah.
it's nice to know that it always comes back to Meg and it comes back to your customer. So with that, talk to me about your unboxing experience. Because as I say, and I'm going to hold up that card to the camera here, I received a gorgeous gift from Ella and Joe a couple of months back. And to my delight, not only did I get these gorgeous products, out popped 2 chocolates and a tea bag. And I was like, this girl knows me because, yeah, here I am today sitting here with my cup of tea. And who doesn't love a good chocolate? But also, you know, the postcard. And yeah, people send postcards and thank you notes in their boxes. But yours was so full of information that was truly valuable to me. And it seemed so heartfelt. I was like, there has to be a lot more to this, Charlene. You know, you don't just come up with these ideas overnight.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm a serial online shopper, so I have had plenty of unboxing experiences, plenty of them. And definitely, I think there's an excitement. The way I love online shopping because I get more gratification from it because I order something online and I kind of sometimes forget that I've ordered it. And then all of a sudden this box comes to the door and you're like, oh, I forgot I ordered that. And there's almost a surprise element that comes to the door. So yes, definitely the unboxing experience. So the box itself. So as a brand, we are very aware of sustainability, and we are very aware of, you know, the earth and trying to save the planet, you know, and do the little things that we can. So our box itself is very boring. Our box is the basic, it's green. It's not color green, but it's very green in terms of its eco-friendliness. We don't use plastic in our wrapping, you know, we don't use anything that doesn't need to actually go into the box. So in terms of actually the box itself, as much as sometimes you see packaging coming and it's all really pretty and it has all the gorgeous, you know, quotes and everything all on the inside, which is lovely for some brands. But we are definitely, we're trying to be in line with that eco-friendly, sustainable route. So we were like, right, again, it's about the packaging, the experience, and Megan. So the packaging was really boring. Nothing really we can do about that unless they start making pink recyclable cardboard boxes.
Oh, there's like something for anyone listening out there that can do it.
Packaging companies, yes. We're actually, we were up at our warehouse last week, and we're actually gonna, instead of using our warehouse's sellotape, we're actually gonna make our own paper sellotape. Things have moved on so much in terms of eco-friendly and sustainability. When we first started, there was no such thing as paper sellotape. It was all plastic, you know, and whatever. So we're actually getting that. So that will add, again, another lovely element to the brand, to our packaging. But yeah, so when you open up the box, obviously, as you said, you have your products inside. But it was like, you'd often see things coming in and maybe it's like a packet of love hearts, maybe it's a few product samples, you know, there could be different things inside a box. But we are all about helping Megan to take some time for herself, to really appreciate herself, to love herself. So the pamphlet that's there, there's obviously a really inspirational quote on there. There's, you know, the typical discount code for the next time that she comes back to purchase and whatever. But what we wanted basically that pamphlet to say to her was, you're allowed to take a moment for yourself. And here you are. Here's a tea bag and 2 chocolates, and off you go and take 5 minutes for yourself. As an Irish brand, of course, it was Barry's tea that was in there. Sorry to any Lions fans, sorry about that. It was Barry's tea. It was a head count in the office, and it was Barry's tea that won. And yeah, like Irish culture, because at the moment, that's our main market, is the Irish culture, or is the Irish market. So like, you know, a cup of tea fixes a lot of things. It's medicinal, it's a hug and a mug, it's everything. And obviously all women love chocolate, I think. At least 98%, I say, women love chocolate. And again, like that, it was an Irish brand, Lily O'Brien's. And it was about kind of just saying to women, allow yourself, just go now, take 5 minutes for yourself, pop on the kettle, enjoy those 2 chocolates, let them melt in your mouth, and just take 5 quiet minutes for yourself. Because in our busy days and our busy lives, we put ourselves bottom of the pie for sure. Like everything else comes in front of ourselves, and we get to the end of the day and we're nearly too wrecked to want to do something for ourselves. So that was ultimately the idea behind it, was just giving Megan not just the products, but giving her 5 to 10 minutes for herself as well, through the tea bag and the 2 chocolates, and a little inspirational quote to allow her to know that self-care is not selfish, it's essential. And in order for her to be a good mum, or a better mum, to be a better person, to be a better wife, she needs to start pushing herself first sometimes. She can't pour from an empty cup. And yeah, so that's kind of where it all stems from.
And I think that's really special because, as you say, it's amazing as it is that so many people are buying your products, but this is your way of giving back. And even as you were describing that, I took a deep breath, because you were like, just go and have a cup of tea. It's okay to do that. And I think it's lovely to have a brand that, yes, you're obviously on board with the sustainability message. We know how important that movement is. You're doing as much as you can almost behind the scenes to do that. But for your valuable, loyal customer, you're going, here, have the cup of tea, have the chocolates. Here's the heartfelt message. And also, oh, by the way, there's a load of products in this box as well. It's win-win. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Yeah, it's really important. I think myself and Eve are really big female empowering women. You know, we're all about supporting one another, and, you know, seeing the good, the bad and the ugly, and allowing it all to come out. So a lot of people would see, even from our lives and things like that we do. Neve is also a trained reflexologist, and she is incredible at her job. So through her, I've actually learned a lot about energies and, a lot of that holistic side. And it's absolutely incredible. And as a mum of two small kids, my kids are 3.5 and 2.5. And I can't even blame, like, it's a different level of busy with kids, because before I had kids, I was equally as busy, and I never, ever took time for myself before I had kids. I'm probably better now that since I had kids. It's a different level of busy. So I don't think you necessarily have to have children, to be busy or to not put yourself first. I think as a business owner, you're wearing, especially in the early years of business, you're wearing probably 15, 20 different hats on your head. And you're running and racing because you really want this business to grow and you really want it to work. So yeah, you come bottom of the pie. And it's, again, reminding everybody that taking 5-10 minutes out of your day, whether it's your morning routine, your evening routine, or whether it's having the cup of tea in the middle of the day, it's so important to fill your cup back up again.
I love that. And it's so refreshing to hear from a brand and a brand owner who genuinely cares. Like I know you well enough to know you live this way. This isn't the talk for your brand, for Ella and Joe. This isn't just talk for the camera. This is truly who you are. And I think for me, it seems you truly care about your customers.
Yeah, no, we really, really do. And I think because of my status on social media, not to sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but I have built a lovely organic, range of women, over 50,000 followers, on my social media. That's just on my Instagram. There's probably a combined following of maybe over 70 to 80,000 women. I talk with maybe about 100, maybe 200 women on the daily. Like, I would have messages in my inbox, and I have conversations with these women, and everything that I put out through my personal page on social media, that's my Charlene Flanagan makeup, that's separate to Ella and Joe, but it's all interconnected really, because we are the faces of the brand and we love to connect. But I have those conversations with those women every single day, and it's just incredible to be able to build those relationships. So I remember years ago, when I worked in a marketing agency, there was a line that was, people do business with people. And, I think as a brand, it's really, really important. So myself and Niamh, we try to, as much as we can, bring our personalities into the brand through our lives, through our stories, through the videos that we do. It's all fun, it's all giggling, there's nothing serious or clinical, or anything like that sometimes you might see with other skincare brands. And that's fine, because that's their ethos and that's their message. But I have those conversations every day with women, and all those women are so important to me, and I love chatting with them on the daily. They're like my little pen pals. They're like my little online. I actually call some of them friends. I'm like, I've never met you before, but I feel like we're friends, because they have a similar lifestyle to me as well, or they're aspiring to have a similar lifestyle. They're really trying, and it's just about encouraging people and just having somebody that you can talk to, because sometimes it's easier to talk about the hard things with a stranger than it is to talk with your close peers, so I feel like I'm that person for lots of women, that they can come and they can say, kids are driving me mad today. They might not be able to say to somebody that they know that's close to them, but I feel like I'm that person. And even through Ella and Joe, both myself and Niamh, we bring the truths to the front, and we're like, it's okay to feel like this. It's okay to take time for yourself, and doing it all guilt-free. If you're going to do something, do it completely guilt-free and enjoy every single second of it. And they are, again, in a nutshell, they're very, very important to us.
It's really nice to hear from you as well, the positive aspect of social media, be it Instagram, be it any of the platforms. How does it make you feel then when you know that you have all this product zooming around Ireland? It's been sent out day in, day out. The unboxing experience is happening in homes all over the country. How does that feel then when you start getting tagged in all these posts?
It's honestly, and this is going to sound awful cliche, because people are going to be, she's going to say that it's absolutely amazing, and whatever, but I still get the same buzz that I would have got from the very, very beginning. So to rewind back to the backstory of Ella and Joe, I was the one that packaged up all the orders for the first year of us.
Wow.
Having Ella and Joe, probably even a year to 18 months. I did it from this room that I'm in here, and we packaged everything ourselves. And I remember, when you get those first few pictures through, it was Snapchat back then that I would have got a lot of things through on. It's now evolved into Instagram. And honestly, I think it's more Yeah, it's the feedback. It's not necessarily about the products themselves. That comes afterwards. It's that initial, oh my God. And I pride myself more on when I see the woman holding the cup of tea and she's like, all I see is the empty wrapper of the chocolate, and she's like, oh my God, I ate them before the kids saw them, and I just literally shoved them in my mouth. And it just brings me so much joy. And then obviously the skincare comes afterwards. Sometimes you'll get people that they're literally like, that evening or even straight away, they're like, Charlene, I had to take my makeup off at like 12 o'clock in the day because I couldn't wait to use the cleansing balm. So yeah, it's definitely, you get the feedback afterwards, and you get it at different stages with different people. Some people will give you feedback straight away. Some people will give you feedback a week, a month, maybe 3 months later, but it always comes back super positive, thank God. And yeah, it's just really lovely.
That's brilliant. It's so good to hear such a positive brand, such positive role models in yourself and Neve. I suppose that brings me to the final question. What on, and I don't know if I want the answer to this because yous are getting bigger and bigger by the day. It's an absolute phenomenal brand.
Thank you.
What's next for Ella and Joe? What's coming up over the next few months?
Yeah, so like we've all, as a business, we've all had a turbulent 18 months, with COVID, Brexit, and everything else that got thrown into the mix. So we were really lucky as a brand that, we were able to keep all our staff in employment. That was something that was really important to us, was making sure that, everybody had security. So we did have to pivot and make a lot of changes in the brand. And some of our plans, our forecasting this year didn't go to plan, which kind of means that we have 2 products this year that are launching quite close together, which would be it's not what we've done previously in the past. It was normally 1 product every year, but we have 2 products now launching before the end of the year, and we're so excited to finally be able to get them out there and reveal them. So they'll be coming before Christmas, and then next year, we are planning to look into exporting. So we're looking at various different ways of exporting. So we're actually traveling to Italy next March. So we're going over to a massive trade fair called Cosmoprof. I'm sure anybody that's in the cosmetics industry anyway would have heard, or packaging would have heard of this. So we're ultimately going over there. We're setting up a stand in the hope that we're going to meet some buyers, some distribution companies, and we're basically hopefully looking to take over the world,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
definitely going to have a chat with you after that, because
yes.
trade fairs on that level are a whole other experience. That's amazing
Yeah.
news that's like the next big mega step for Ella and Joe.
Yeah, it's quite scary because like when you go into, obviously when you come out of your own country, you've trademarks, you've all the legal side, you've language barriers, you've so much, there's different things, all the time. But we're taking it, as our stride. We're not in a race, we won't do anything that doesn't feel that's right for the brand, but we do want the brand to grow. Like Ireland obviously is our core market. And the thing about our products is that they are suitable for all skin types. They slot into any skincare routine. And, so it's not that, like we're offering products that anybody can use essentially. And so yeah, there's obviously big plans for next year. We're just gonna see how things go and just enjoy the process. More importantly, myself and Eve are big believers in if it stops being fun for us, we need to stop doing it. So we bring a really good fun element into the brand and into the business all the time. And we've just recently actually, we've a new office space. We've just renovated it recently and it's gorgeous. It's all pink, as you can imagine. It's lovely. So we actually haven't finished designing it yet, but yeah, we just want to have fun. We want to bring products to the market that obviously help women to feel amazing about themselves, bring a load of fun to it, and obviously make money from it as well. Like build careers for ourselves so that we're future proofing ourselves and our businesses, and that all this hard work will eventually all be worth it in the end. So yeah, that's the plan.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what's coming next for you,
Thank
Charlene,
you.
and for Ella and Joe. It's been a delight to chat to you today. So if you've enjoyed today's podcast, please, please, please share, like, and subscribe to the Retail Tea Break. I'd love to hear, your views, your comments. Have you bought stuff from Ella and Joe? What's your favorite product? I can certainly tell you what mine is. And I'd certainly happily, do an unboxing experience anytime soon. More chocolate and more tea. It's amazing for anyone. Charlene, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on today's show, and we will see you soon.
Thank you so much, my darling. Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.